What is up, guys? McIntyre here. Gonna bring you another replay analysis. Today we are gonna be watching Rogue JT, who is, as some of you may know, one of the moderators on my channel. He submitted a Thrall replay that we're gonna watch today, and we'll critique it, and hopefully Rogue will get better, and you guys will get better, and everyone can improve from Rogue's mistakes. So that's what these videos are set out to do. Just off the start of the game, his positioning, okay, I was gonna say, he might have been on autopilot. I do that too. But you do want to go to the middle with Thrall. I usually, on maps like this where you want to help your team get the kind of jump on wave clearing, I will normally throw the wolf at the wave when it comes out of the enemy's towers. Good chain lightning here. This is all he really needs to do. I mean, his team's chunking out, so that's good. But when the wave kind of comes out here, when I'm Thrall, I'd like to throw a wolf at the wave, just to help my team get the wave clear. I'm not critiquing Rogue necessarily here, but his team should be hitting this wave to get the rotation on the other team, so they can make it down to bottom first. The Joanna really should be doing that, but we'll go back and look at Rogue. So this is a pretty tough matchup. You want to just repeatedly chain lightning the Rexar. Nice to pick up a kill on Misha there, but not completely necessary. When you know that, when you know that you're against a 2v1 and it's a Brightwing, a lot of your focus should then change to chain lightning the wave. You don't want to let him push in on you, so as you can see here, he actually gets ganked by 3 people. Kills Misha again. That's awesome. But yeah, with all these people here, his chain lightnings need to start going out onto the minions. And you want to switch focus when you're on Thrall to either, are you zoning the person out or are you getting pushed in? If you're getting pushed in, then you need to start pushing back. The best way to do that is chain lightning minions or wolf the wave. Either one of the two will push for you. But another thing in this case, just in top laners in particular, when you're a top laner and the enemy is kind of, sending resources to deal with you, your main objective at this point is honestly just not die. Like, just don't die. He's running out of ammo, so that kind of sucks, and he has to watch out for the Misha stun. But if Rogue dies here, then he's really messed up. So the key is honestly just to soak this wave and hope that your team's getting more value elsewhere. And if we look at the map, we have a tower that's fairly weak here, and they're gonna get a tower bottom. So right now, although he's out of ammo, his team's ahead in experience because of their rotations. So all Rogue should be doing now is chain lightning the minions rather than the heroes. See, and he'll probably continue to do this because this is honestly kind of like an autopilot that a lot of Thrall players find themselves doing. So Rogue's not necessarily wrong for this, but it is something that he can correct. Same with his wolf. You can wolf the wave just to get it weak so that each minion costs less ammunition, right? Another thing too is when you queue the minions, which Rogue isn't doing, if you queue them, you apply your level 1 passive, and you want to make sure that you auto each one of those minions if you can, if it's safe to do so, because obviously you'll sustain your mana back that way. Pretty decent chunk here. Hasn't lost the wall yet, and they've already lost bot wall and probably gonna lose mid soon. So at this pace, his team is way ahead, right? It's totally fine. Again, the only way this is bad is if Rogue dies, because then the rotations of his team will just be all messed up. Someone will have to rotate top. It's what a lot of top laners end up doing, which gets them in trouble. So again, if he was just chain lightning the minions, he'd probably be full health, just kind of defend on the outside like he's doing. Still needs to be really careful not to get dove here. Another thing too, yeah, I was gonna say he can chain lightning Misha. I just wouldn't even mess with Misha if I was him. If Misha stuns into Li Ming, like, it's not good. It's not really that good. Chain lightning needs to keep coming out off cooldown, which is happening. That wolf there is unnecessary. So there's just no reason to cast wolf if you're not gonna A, get a kill, B, you know, throw the wolf into the wave to either gain stacks from the wave to heal yourself or to push. Just throwing a wolf to like damage a person is normally not worth it. And when you have heroes like Brightwing and Li Ming, when you're Thrall, like, you just have no reason to try to kill these guys because they're honestly not killable by Thrall until you hit Sunder. And then when you have Sunder, then you can try to Sunder Wolf. But until that point, you're just wasting mana and resources. The key to Thrall is to be as healthy as possible. You just want to always be full health because you're not tanky. Where your strength comes in is the fact that if you're full health and you get engaged on, then you'll proc your passive and you'll continue to stay full health, right? So the strength of Thrall comes from his sustain. This is a really good rotation from his team. The Li Ming stepped up there as though his team wasn't there. It was a good wolf by Rogue. In fighting Misha here is fine, I guess. You kind of have to. You don't want to give her shine, but as you can see, Rogue had to use a lot of resources. And then this guy's just going to hit E. He even took Blood of the Rhino, which is going to make his E's just basically give Misha full health. So this is the part in the game where, you know, you want to sit top, but because of the Rexar, like, it's okay to rotate. For me, personally, on this map, Rexar is like an unwinnable lane. So if you waste... Good standstill there, just to clog up that... if you waste like a lot of resources to contest this, you're not going to get anything out of it. As you can see here, like, this is possibly one of the funniest things I've seen. And Misha lives. It's like, you know, Misha is essentially a punching bag. So you have two different things you can do. You can just go rotate bottom and win bottom. Or, oh, good Sunder. Really good Sunder to save himself there. My only complaint is a lot of his stuff is still on cooldown. Or hasn't been cast yet, so I don't know if the Sunder was super necessary. So for me, I'm going to bring it back even more. So again, going back to like always being full health, there is no reason that Rogue isn't queuing the minion wave here. Or even just queuing Rexar. Just queue anybody. Right? So Q is on cooldown. E is on cooldown. Wolf is on... it hasn't been cool, you know? It's like none of these spells have been cast. You can Wolf the Misha there and use E to kite away. You can just E and kite away. You kind of see the aggression coming and you have to react to it, right? And so again, Rogue doesn't do the wrong thing with this Sunder, but it is a bit panic and forced because he has so many other spells that are still castable to pop his passive, and he goes with the longest cooldown one. Not only that, but I would argue that he could go into Li Ming now and kill her if he was brave enough. So, if the Q had coming out, I think he would have had two passive procs there, and he would have had the courage to go into that team fight. So, again, going back to that statement I made before, like, you're casting your Q as much as possible so that you are as full as possible. You want to be full health at all times on Thrall. At all times, you need to be full health. There's just no excuse with your Chain Lightning hitting 5 enemies and it being on a 6-second cooldown. Again, that Wolf just unnecessary. Now he doesn't have Wolf. When you cast a hard, like an important cooldown like that too, it's very easy for the enemy team to see it and then realize that they have time to pressure. or they have time where they can disrespect you, right? So if I'm Sonya and I see Wolf come out, then I know that I can walk up to Thrall and trade with him because he doesn't have Wolf. Alright, so Rogue should be fine here. Just hit his E, OP. What makes Thrall so good at, you know, not getting ganked is his Windfury. Again, just absolutely no room to trade here. Just no reason at all. This is just Rogue trying to flex on these kids. But to me, they could kill him. Luckily, Sonya's spear is bugged at the moment. So he gets stunned, right? And then because Sonya's spear is bugged, I think when CC happens, sometimes Sonya's spear doesn't hit. I noticed it last night, but fix that, Blizzard, please. Thanks. Anyways, if the spear had hit there and the game wasn't, yeah, I don't even know what to say, really. Then Rogue would probably be dead here. Would it have added another stun? It would have given Sonya enough fury to slam like one more time, and then the spin would have probably killed. So the other team hits 10. I guess technically Rogue baited that. So because his team rotates, he does pick up a lot of kills here. And then we're going to see him rotate off of his team. So that's pretty good. I like this rotation. Keep the soak up. Keep the XP lead. Again, important to note, just when you're not against like something that you can handle, the most important thing is that you just don't die. Like, you're not so concerned about winning. You just want to not die. Like this right here. This is what you don't want to do, what Rogue just did. If his team collapses, he can go. So he's probably going to look to engage here. It's fine. You could still argue that he can engage here. Yep. So I think at this point in the game, missed the Li Ming kill there, 100%. I think that was a bit of a tunnel vision. Let me watch that again. I think he's thinking, you know, we need to get the shrine, but as Thrall, again, you should, I'm gonna keep saying this too, and I did it with the hammer video, like, Q should always be on cooldown. There's just no reason this skill should not be on cooldown. It should always be. Li Ming walks up, Q her. Q her. Right here. Q her. If that's me, I'm just running at her. I'm just gonna Windfury her down. She has no protection. You know, you have to kind of make these decisions in your head before they happen and just be like, oh, if somebody steps out here, there's no fort here. I can chase him down. In this case, Li Ming steps up to you. You have Sunder, you have Chain Lightning. You should have just Chain Lightning for one. If the Chain Lightning hit, then it would have probably summoned the gods of Rhaegar. And let's see, if Rhaegar bites him one more time, it would have been a kill. So, as you can see, that would have 100% killed. You know, and you even have extra range. So, you gotta really, really, really just Q all the time on Thrall. Just Q, Q, Q. This guy ended up killing him anyways. What a god, Rhaegar. Good wolf. For me, I normally go into this gank with an E2. So, the wolf hits for sure, and that's really good, but so you come around the corner on mount, which is good. The minions are going to hit him, which just dismounts him. Honestly, if this is truthfully me, I'm sundering to the left, right? So I'm going to cast Sunder here and knock him this way, and then he's dead. You can use ultimates for kills. If you're sundering and you're getting a pick on Raynor, then you're doing good, right? So instead, Rogue opts to just straight raw wolf. No E. Okay, so we're going to see no E come out. The E will speed up. You want to get close when you wolf on Thrall if you can. Because the closer you are, the easier it is to hit, right? The less likely you're going to miss. And that's for literally all skill shots in this game. But in Thrall's case in particular, he has a very slow skill shot, which a lot of people have a hard time, you know, aiming. You know, it takes a little bit of time for the wolf to run, right? But if you're literally melee range, then the wolf doesn't have to run anywhere. So a lot of times with Thrall, I like Windfurying to melee and then wolfing. Here, he goes for the young max range, which is insane, honestly. Luckily, it tippers this Raynor. Raynor doesn't react at all with a Q. And they pick up the kill. So, I mean, chain lightning still is up too. It should just be cast right here, right away. You want to always be full health. This should have been cast like 3 or 4 seconds ago. Q before you mount up, like you can Q as you're ganking. So I wouldn't have minded seeing the Sunder there. Looks like his team's gonna get the objective. He'll pick up DK. Again, a lot of idling there. There's no reason to just stand and idle. Like Q the wave or something. You want to be full health. Just always be full health. That's Thrall. I see so many Thrall players do that wrong. And it's like very easy. You know, it's not like this is a high mechanical thing, right? You're not hitting Sunder into wolves. You're just hovering your mouse and queuing the person over and over. And you're queuing everything because you always want to be full health. So far this DK has gotten 0 value. Let me watch this one more time. I'm kind of ranting about the Q thing. So you get DK. Oh, wait. I didn't go back enough. So we get the DK. And immediately as DK, you start team fighting. And you end up getting super chunked out here. Slow the DK down just a little bit next time. Let your team do the fighting. Like here, you can follow up with your team. You don't have to hit fort, but you want to be behind your Joe as DK until you get onto the fort. When you get onto the fort, then like you can step in for Joe and tank the fort. It's a pretty good Sunder. Watch out one more time. I think it turned out a lot nicer than I expected it to. Just because I say that in a sense that like it was a bit late. So their team is basically behind the wall at this point. You hit a good wolf, but you hit the wolf, and then by the time the wolf is cooled down, or sorry, like off of the Rexar, you ult. And luckily, you do kill this Li Ming, which is nice. Maybe you're ulting at Li Ming, which in that case, you know, good job. And then the Rexar is gonna like very nicely get kicked out of the wall because of the angle you ult from. And I think picked up. Oh no, no chase with the E again. I think you pick up Misha though. So again, looking to be a bit more aggressive with your E. You retain that speed for a while. So I'm like 90% sure looking at the replay now that Sunder was meant for Li Ming because the Rexar spit out and you had, you know, you had no craving for him at all. So he spits out, and in your head, I think you said, okay, Li Ming's dead, right? But if you E and run up to this guy, he's dead as well. Instead, I think you kind of like call it off to yourself, like, you know, I've got my kill. I don't have to kill anything else. It's a good wolf. I think the next replay I do is gonna be a closer game. So far, the 2 replays that I've watched have been just blowouts. And although I'm still critiquing Rogue, like at this point he can miss every one of his skill shots and still win the game because their team's 4 levels up. I will say Rogue is spacing his autos with his follow through pretty well. But that's another reason why I like to E get my first auto then Wolf. E auto Wolf for the follow through proc. Of course, Rogue, being in my mod, like, I'm gonna crack on him a little bit and say that that right there is perfect. That's exactly what I say. But like I was saying, Rogue obviously sending me a replay where he feels like he plays good rather than one where he could improve. But for real though, Rogue, you insane boy. On this angle, don't though. So if Sonya's, this is a big fundamental for skill shots. On this angle, this building is its own structure, right? Like imagine like I'm gonna zoom out, but the building's probably like this, you know, this square, okay? So if someone runs past that square, like where do you think you should skill shot, right? I'm gonna let you guys as like viewers think about it for a second, okay? So this building is this square. And where do you think you should wait until they walk to throw this skill, right? Sonya is walking the building, and you're gonna see right now. Hopefully, you've said this is your skill shot line. Okay, you're gonna see the Sonya walk around this building now. Okay, so if I'm Rogue, if you're Thrall here, you wait until that happens, right? You need to be patient a lot of times with skill shots. That's where like good Kerrigan players, you know, put themselves away from like bad ones. So Rogue has this guy because of his Windfury on the run, right? And he's going to go insane here with this wolf that could get just sidestepped everywhere. And he wolfs into the building, right? Instead of wolfing along this line, you know, and making it easier for himself, he wolfs, you know, I can't even do the line, but, you know, somewhere over here, right? His mouse is here, right? When your mouse should be here. That way you just eliminate this sort of whiffing wolf. And then instead of catching his second Windfury attack too, because of the wolf, he misses his second and third Windfury, which his third Windfury is the most important. Hitting your third Windfury is actually very important on Thrall. It's where all your damage comes from. Alright. So again, we'll see if he opens with an E. Another Raw Wolf. I would really like to see the E opener. Get that first melee, then Wolf. Just makes the, you know, Wolf that much easier. But that was nice there. He hit E, got his first hit, queued, auto for the second follow through, and then just triple hit on the third. So that's pretty good. Again, one thing that I see Thrall players do a lot is they're like scared to sunder. Like in this fight so far, like Rogue's had like 3 or 4 times to sunder, and he instead waits until he no longer needs to sunder. Like he sunders for lethal rather than sundering to set up lethal. So even in that case, he hit the wolf, he no longer needed to sunder. So to me, that's a wasted sunder. Sunder should still be on cooldown. Both of those people should still be dead. He hit the wolf. All he had to do is E auto Q, and that Li Ming was dead. I'm pretty sure Li Ming, she hasn't taken a 13 yet. And they're almost level 14. Neither is Brightwing. Oh, Rogue. Alright, I need somebody to send me a replay where the other team takes their 13 before level 14. I'm pretty sure this is GG. 5 levels up. Hit the wolf here. Wait, what just happened to that guy? I thought I saw Raynor shooting at something. Was he weak? I need to watch this. So Sonya comes in immediately. Oh, he was pretty weak. So when Sonya comes in here, wow, that's what 5 levels, 10 hatred stack, Vala W looks like. Holy moly, this guy dies from that. But so Sonya roll like Q's in here. As Thrall, you want to run up E, get that wolf, right? Instead, I don't know. Look at that, dude. Much damage. Instead, I think Rogue probably gonna rip a Raw Daddy wolf again. Yeah. I mean, they're hitting. These wolves are hitting, but you could just make it so much more optimal. You probably would have killed Sonya there, because if you had immediately autoed, you would have got your first giant killer hit plus follow through. Then you would have wolfed, got your second hit, and then you probably would have got that third hit off. And again, so important. I don't think I've seen Rogue hit a third hit yet, which is bad, which is really bad. Even though he's winning, I still haven't seen him get 3 hits on his E. And here he's using E defensively. And that's going to be the game. Yeah. I mean, hopefully you guys did learn things from this. Again, I'm like kind of upset at Rogue that he sent me a replay so one-sided. Like, watching a 4-level game is not near as exciting as watching a really close game where everything that the player did is very, you know, either very wrong or very right, and we can learn from those things. In this game, the game just kind of got out of hand for the red team. Even from draft screen, just looking at their draft, like, pretty weak draft, you know? No warrior, really. They have Rexar tank with Sonya tank. Brightwing, yeah, I don't know. I don't really, yeah. But hopefully this video helped out a little bit. And you learned a few things about Thrall in particular, and laning in the top lane on D-Shire. So for that, shoutouts to Rogue for sending me the clip. But if you guys did enjoy this video, please make sure to throw a like and follow on my YouTube channel. You can always follow and check me out on Twitter and Twitch as well. So those will both be located below. So again, guys, thank you so much for hanging out with me. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I will see you all next video.